You guys
Exactly.
don't know how men think because you're
It's
not a
not even
man.
Y'all simple
stripping.
though, to
Like,
be honest. Y'all simple men.
Again, you
And
don't.
there's women that dance in the strip club and they find a whole husband. There's like
Those
artists like Cash
outliers,
Doll in the entertainment
they're
industry,
outliers in
and she
everything.
find her a partner.
there's so
Honey,
many
don't let
women in
nobody
this
define
industry
you or
that
judge you.
they're not even
Do what you
open
gotta
about
do.
it. Are you crazy? Most of these women are married, they're in relationships, they're going to college. I just hate that people assume like, oh, you're a stripper, so you're not smart. I get it because I was that hypocrite. In my younger days, I never smoked, I never drank. I was the hypocrite that was saying, "Oh, I would never dance. Like that's degrading to women." Like, but you just can never say never. Like, you just never know how life is going to turn out for you for any situation. So like I get it, but I'm being realistic and I'm letting those guys off easy.
Yeah,
We're not
so
going to work out.
Dorian, go ahead. Let's hear from you.
yeah, I respect the naked hustle. Let's be honest, most of the people that, women that are, I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people that are in church or things are reformed, you know what? As far as how I feel about it, I feel like you might have been projecting a little bit. I think you need to stand on business about what you do and why you do it and why you do it for yourself, first of all. And then you should use it as a testimony for other young girls that are growing into women. You could be a testimony for somebody, but don't let any man make you feel bad about what you do and why you do it, because you know why you do it.
Because it's not my life.
Exactly.
My life is.
When I met you,
I say that I think that she's lost, because it sounds like she's looking for guidance, and again, this is from my own experiences, as well as, admittedly, at an early age, reading books on pimping, looking into Iceberg Slim, Pimpin' Ken. I grew up in Chicago off do or die. So that was a part of the culture. So just from what she's saying, how she's acting, how she's reacting, she has no confidence in herself. So when a woman has no confidence, it's easy for a person to come in and give her the guidance or give her the game in order to, get her to get some money, or achieve whatever it is that needs to be achieved, and be that if it's something that she wants to do, or the person that's guiding her to do it. So it's one of those deals of where, again, if she's popping her own balloons because she thinks that she can't get a decent man because of what she does, then there's no confidence there. And if there's no confidence, then a person is lost, because you don't know yourself. When you know yourself, you stand strong in what it is that you do, and so on and so forth. So it just sounds like she's looking for guidance.
Viz, I gotta challenge you on that a little bit, brother. Because if she's looking for guidance, what outcome is she getting from people within her own circle, right? The church is a community. You know what I'm saying? There are people that you don't tell me you just show up and sit in the back corner and participate just behind the scenes type of deal. Like there are people you're probably talking to, interacting with, or even know on some sort of level who might have an insight as to what you're going through and about your life, right? And as far as the conversation of the panelists who are on the couch, who were men who were telling her like this isn't going to secure you what you want, right? And as a man, I'm telling you that this is not what we're looking for, right? If
But
you want a certain type of,
somebody will cover though.
yeah, somebody will cover for the okay. There's a huge difference between short term retention and long, short term attention for long term retention,
For sure.
right? Somebody will come through, entertain her, throw a few dollars. Oh, I'm feeling you, gas her up left and right. Once they're done, they leave out the back door and they don't even leave a note on the dresser.
Well, yeah.
Period.
Well,
Right?
yeah.
Nobody coming in to invest in her like, hey, I want you out of this life. Because she's too dived in. Like you said, she wants somebody to come into her life who's okay doing what she does. That's a specific type of man with a specific type of mindset who also equally shares the same fragile thinking that she does. Because you can't sit there and tell me that a man worth his soul who has a backbone is going to be like, yeah, honey, go ahead, go to the strip club and just do that.
I honestly think that there are men that would do that. And personally, I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that, because if that's what you're into, then that's what you into. You know, uh, is even with the church thing. I think her bringing up going to church is her justifying, and it's her justifying attempt to find balance in what it is that she's doing. She knows that what she's doing is wrong, and she said that she essentially doesn't want to do it long term, because that's why she does it part time. So if to me, it sounds like the conviction is eating her up to where it's like, okay, I have to balance this out to go to church. And she may be just playing the role of where she's just in the back of the church. Maybe she's not actually in the community. She's just going to say, I go to church in order to justify, in order to balance the fact that I'm a stripper. Yes, I'm a stripper, but I'm a God fearing stripper. You know what I'm saying? So to somebody that's going to make sense. To somebody is going to be like, you know what, I see gold in this woman, and I'm gonna get the gold out of it that I can. And I mean, we see it. I personally don't think it's that's simple, because if that's what your intentions are, that you want a family and you see yourself creating a family with this woman, and where you can take her out of the club, because that's what she wants. She's looking for somebody to take her out the club. So if that's what a nigga choose to do, then hey, more power to you, because it might work out.
Man, this is why I said man, we're the most Christian, non-Christian group of people to walk this nation.
I'm just being realistic. Of course, I have my own morals to where I personally wouldn't engage into it, but there's going to be somebody that's open to it.
There are men who would marry her, right? Like I have known women who ended up stripping and they ended up being married and they ended up being married for a very long time. But it definitely depends on your mindset. If you're actually trying to just be married and have a family and stuff like that, but she's not even really even calling for that. What she's literally calling for is someone who's a part of the same industry as her, who understand her role, what she has to do. They probably have their own things of what they do. That is what she's calling for. I don't really even see. I don't feel her calling for her to be married. Like even when she said, why don't you just come get me out of there?" Does that even talk about I want my man who loves me, who's going to, be my husband and we're gonna have this family. Like she's not really talking about that. It's just like she has this mindset is, hey, who's gonna come and get me, and who's going to be, I guess, the supplement to me not doing this side gig? Who's gonna fill that void? And in that's going to be a problem if she's looking for somebody else to fill that void for her not to do that. It's not going to be successful either way. So it's her mindset to me personally. If she really wanted the relationship, if she really wanted the marriage, like I said, she's a beautiful girl. I don't see no reason why that can't happen for her. But she wants to be remain in the industry. She wants to remain in this sort of lifestyle, and she wants someone who's going to be okay with that. That is what she's looking for.
I don't know. To me, I can tell you, I didn't like her vibe at all. I didn't like her vibe at all, and I think she screams manipulative because there's a difference between overcoming things like adversity when with situations you can't help, like you grow up in a very poor environment and you come up out of it. But she intentionally planted herself at the grown age of 27 in a strip club, and then she goes on the show having that other lady champion her to be like, oh yeah, like I didn't like that. I think that's very manipulative to act like you're trying to overcome adversity in the dating game and trying to receive I think it's very manipulative. And then to also say, oh, well, I haven't been in the club in 2 months. Well, you are checking in with your tricks at the club to stay connected. You know what you're doing. Like, and then you throw in the I'm a godly woman. No, she's I think she's delusional, manipulative, and I don't like her vibe. And then she goes on the show to try, like I said, to act like she's overcoming adversity when she intentionally is doing it. And there are many other streams of it. You're 27. You've only been in the strip game 4 years. And you mean to tell me you can't find other avenues of income? So that tells me you're just going back every 2 months to check on your regulars to make sure that they give you money on the side. So to me, it's a setup. It's completely a setup, and I think it's gross. I think it's gross behavior. Like, she knows what she's doing. She's no victim. She knows exactly what she's doing. This is not an overcome adversity moment. And women who support stuff like that, it's just, I don't know, it's toxic. I don't like it at all.